Today we're gonna make salted caramel pudding. It is silky smooth and luscious and tastes just like salted caramel, but even better. It is perfect on its own, or you can layer in cookie crumbs and whipped cream for an elegant dessert. If you're enjoying this video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button below and click the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new and delicious recipe. Let's get into it. So, pudding. We're gonna start just the way we did with all of our other puddings, where we're gonna put all our dry ingredients together in the pot. So starting with sugar, boop, and cornstarch, and a little bit of salt. And then we're just gonna whisk that together. Just give it a nice little whisk in there, shake it if it gets in the corners. Now we are gonna whisk in our egg. There's 2 eggs here. Go ahead and whisk those in. Being careful to, make sure that you don't let them kind of cool in the corners. You get all of those. Get all the corners. Look at that. And now we're gonna add our milk. I like to add a little, start a little slowly, because it is a lot of milk, so you wanna make sure that, you're gonna have, oh, I'm gonna regret this pot, aren't I? Okay, great. Well, now that is all in there, and we are ready to start whisking. So go ahead and turn that on, kind of medium high, and just get a whisking. Yeah. That's all we doing. The only thing you don't want to do is stop. Don't want to stop whisking. Very important. Those eggs are in there. They will curdle, and you will have yourself a really nasty situation. So don't do that. So we want to go ahead and keep whisking that. I'm going to turn it back up because we do need this to boil. We want it to boil for 1 minute, continuously whisking. And that's going to kind of cook all that flavor out of the cornstarch and really just, give it that nice, beautiful texture. All right, so we are just about to boil. You see that it's thickened. Okay, there we are. Let's see if it's boiling. It's not yet boiling. Do not confuse thickening with boiling. You want to make sure that it does actually boil, and then you start your 1 minute timer at that time. Hey Siri, set a 1 minute timer. All right, so now we're gonna whisk, because I can tell you that a minute has never felt so long. You'll be like, oh, it's a minute, but it's actually just 20 seconds because it feels like a minute. We're gonna take it off the heat, and then we're gonna add our caramel sauce. Now, I have made my caramel sauce using the wet method, just because that's my preference. And I am just going to add that here. I actually made it this morning, so it is still warm. It does not have to be warm. You can add cold caramel to this. That is not a big deal, okay? So don't feel like that's integral. Mine just happens to be warm. All right. And now we have made our caramel sauce. I'll show you. I'm just going to pour this into a bowl to cool it. Go ahead and get all of that out. Make sure you get in the corners. No pudding left behind. Yes. Alright, so our pudding is in its bowl. It does need to cool. I'm going to put a piece of plastic wrap on top, and then I'm going to pop it in the fridge and let it cool completely. And then we'll serve it. You could actually put this warm in whatever dish you want to serve it in, and then chill them in the dishes if you'd like, or you can spoon it into a dish later. So, your call. Our pudding is cool. Do you see how luscious and beautiful this is? It's like, ah. I know. And now you can just put it in, you can eat it straight out of this bowl. I wouldn't judge. But you can also, what, do we feel like this needs whipped cream? I know, I'm going through all the fancy things in my head that I want to do with it, and then I'm like, but, okay. We will make whipped cream in a second. But let's get this in the cups, so you can put this in whatever dish you want to. Small parfaits, these are pretty, these are hefty, to share sizes. Individual bowls, whatever you want, that's what you should use. We're just gonna, I don't know, I like the color of these, and so this is where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna get this in here. This pudding recipe makes 6. normal size puddings. Here we are. So I'm just gonna make an unsweetened whipped cream. You could omit the whipped cream, doesn't really matter. And I'm gonna do it in my stand mixer because I am tired. Now, I am gonna pipe these on because I can't help myself. All right, now again, you could dollop this on there, you can do whatever you want, but I don't know, just how to do them. Okay, here goes nothing. That's it. That's all we're gonna do. Just thinking like just a little, just kind of fun, right? So I'm just gonna do a little bit, a little crumble on top of ginger snap crumb. If I was doing this like, you know, fully, I would definitely, I would go ahead and put some of these like ginger snaps in the bottom, like layer them in there. Yeah, because all of that like goodness, yes. It would like soften a little bit in the refrigerator, like just, oh yeah. You could do more caramel sauce. I think I'm good on the caramel sauce, but that's always an option here. And then, you know, the cookie. If you want to put a whole cookie in there. Ta-da! All right, you could just pile it all on top like you do you. But you know what? It's time to try. I was really excited, I'm sorry. Who's it gonna be? You. Let me get a little crumb, a little whip. Oh dear. Super caramely, really smooth, just silky. Oh, that is a phenomenal pudding. Yes, she is. Ooh.